everyone, this is Nikachu, Merfolk Master, and I'm here with my brother. We are here to bring Merfolk back to Tier 1. We need to get some lists published. We're playing in the Modern Challenge. We're 1-1 so far. And, you know, if you love Merfolk, you want to see Merfolk rise back to the top, don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe to this channel. Before we get into our match, we're going to thank our sponsor, themanabase.com. And you know what? If you want to see Mono Red Ponza being done in common form, go check out Pauper Ponderings by Austin Hoey, only on themanabase.com. Your home base for everything Magic the Gathering. And this week's giveaway is Curse Catcher, serving one of his own kind, serving a fish. If you want to be eligible for this giveaway, go check out the description below. So we won the die roll. We have a hand of lands and spells, so we're going to keep it. Spell Pierce is just like one of those cards. A bit awkward. I'm not fist pumping this card. There's a lot of decks in the format where it just sort of blanks, but you know, there's just the fact that blue-white control is still like 20% of the metagame. Maybe that's a bit high. 15 is that. It's like somewhere between 15 and 20% depending, you know, and also if blue control is very well positioned in your metagame, then it might even be higher than that.
Get rid of that thing.
I can't. It's a fetch land. I dare not try. I'll tell you what's going to happen. You're going to Spreading Seas that, in response they're going to fetch, and then nothing's going to happen, and I lost my card. If we're up against some sort of green deck, this hand is not too bad. Merfolk Tricksters are nice. They're useful. Are we up against Zoo again? Like, what's up with Zoo? It's not Burn. It's not Burn. I don't know, is Zoo making a comeback? Oh. It's not Zoo. I don't know what we're up against. Oh, one of these jank decks, Genesis Chamber. So whenever a non-token creature enters the battlefield, if Genesis Chamber is untapped, that creature's controller creates a 1/1 colorless mirror artifact creature token. There's some jank combo to this. So, but the point is, oh, it's like, so our hand is good. It's got Spreading Seas. I believe it has something to do with this legendary creature that keeps entering and leaving the battlefield whenever you cast something. Unfortunately, we did not have Spell Pierce for this particular card, but the advantage is that we can play Master of the Pearl Trident eventually.
Spreading Seas is mana.
I don't think it's that effective. I'm going to Spreading Seas when I need to get Island Walk, because I think our opponent is also going to put creatures in play. They know about our Master of the Pearl Trident, so they might be wary that something is up. So hopefully we use the Genesis Chamber against them. If they play another one, I'll just Spell Pierce it because I don't want to risk that this card is going to do us in somehow. Unfortunately, I'm like really iffy on the lists. I know I've beaten a lot of these lists on time because they sometimes have all these jank triggers that they have to put on the stack. Lightning Berserker with dash. Okay. Gotcha. I think I'm just going to put a Merfolk Trickster in front of it. And then kill it. So now I get a mirror token.
Yeah.
How's that?
Pretty sweet.
Absolutely. I'm going to also tap their mirror token. So that I can freely attack with Silvergill Adept. Without having to like get Master of the Pearl Trident online.
It's going to be pretty sweet 2-for-1.
It's not really a 2 for... I guess you could sort of call it a 2-for-1 because I got the mirror. Yeah, you should start using terms completely out of context. Great 2-for-1. Fantastic top deck. You top decked that land like a badass. So if they try to kill the Merfolk Trickster, I'll Spell Pierce it. Yeah.
No dice.
No dice.
Get out of here.
I won't be happy if they have a second removal spell. That might suck. But, took the chance. Because I think that's their engine. Well, this is like a total jank deck. If that's what this is going to be.
Look up jank in the encyclopedia.
So I think this is where we'll start to play like Lord of Atlantis. Get more power on the battlefield. Also increase our chances of maybe playing like Spreading Seas next turn to try to close out a victory.
It's going to be a fast victory.
We have a Spell Pierce maybe for like, I don't know, a Wrath of God. The dangerous thing about these decks is I have no idea what's inside them. Merfolk demands knowing the 75 of your opponent.
Chase the Mind Reader.
I'm hoping that our deck lines up well against theirs. Like maybe this deck is only good against like Control. I mean, imagine like this combo. This deck probably beats something. We're 1-1. We're in the 1-1 bracket unless I was paired down.
Beat a middle deck.
I think Mill would crush this thing. I think. I got more mirrors than you. Your Genesis Chamber works for me now! That's actually pretty good that they pretty accurately... Well, I mean, I know they're mirrors, so they sort of all look the same, but here's the mirror, and this is what you get. Accurate!
In the early days of Magic, the artwork was just whatever.
Yeah. Yeah. Picture shows one thing, your token is something else. At least they're trying to match it up these days.
Well, you got 4 cards in hand. What are you going to do?
There's a million 3/3 beasts out there, but only one of them looks like it came from... There we go! I knew it had something to do with this nonsense. Anyway, I can't do anything about Soul Warden. So they're going to gain some life. That's the strategy. Maybe they beat a burn deck. Well, we drew a land.
Pump Lord. Swing with everything.
Let's see what we could do. I could play Spreading Seas and the Lord and try to go for a victory right now.
Not much to lose.
I don't... Well, they untap, play Wrath of God. Lose everything. And I know they're playing with things like Soul Warden, but do not underestimate the number of times someone can have Wrath of God in their deck. But I could attack with everything. Because they could play with Sweepers because they can, like, just rebuild with things like this Lightning Berserker and Genesis Chamber.
Swing with everything with Spell Pierce back.
The safe thing to do... Yeah, Spell Pierce actually doesn't protect anything. So the problem is, if I play Master of the Pearl Trident and Spreading Seas, and attack with all the Lords, or maybe they still die, because they can bolt something. No, they only take 6, 7, 8. Bolt, double block Lord, let an 8. Then they could maybe amass a comeback.
Pump Lord. Spell Pierce back up.
I tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to play this. Oh yeah, they're going to gain some life. Totally forgot. Soul Warden. I work for Soul Warden. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're just going to attack with all these things. Oops. We'll keep the Lord of Atlantis behind. End of turn, we'll play Merfolk Trickster, then play Spreading Seas, and then attempt a victory. Yeah, I'm certain that they are playing with what is that stupid? I'm gonna look it up. Well, our opponent does something. I'm just gonna look up red creature comes into play every turn. I bet Google knows what I'm talking about. And then I'm gonna look up like images. Please play Wrath of God, not Anger of the Gods. Oh,
Can you spell pierce that?
I cannot. It's a creature. Or is it? I believe I cannot. No, it's a creature on the stack, and then it's an enchantment when it enters the battlefield. But I don't think that does anything here. Whenever another creature enters the battlefield, deal 2 damage to each opponent. That doesn't do anything. I don't care. It's a great combo. It's pretty sick, but I'm about to blow him up next turn. Is it creature enters the battlefield? Whenever another creature enters the battlefield, deal 2 damage to each opponent. Okay, so they're going to gain some life. Smack me in the face. I have lethal on the board, as is. I have more than lethal on the board. I could also, like, Merfolk Trickster the other Soul Warden.
They're all tapped out.
Yeah, I'm not going to do anything. I'm just going to play Spreading Seas and attack for victory. That one. That target sign. Yeah, so there's a red creature. It's legendary. I think at the end of every single turn, it goes into exile. Whenever you play a creature, it goes into exile. Whenever someone attacks, it goes into exile. Something like that. I don't remember but the idea is that the red creature, it leaves play. Well, yeah, it's like whenever you cast a spell, any spell. So even if you target it with removal, a trigger goes on the stack that it goes into exile. So the only way to get it is to, like, Merfolk Trickster it with Vial, and then get it. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, so Gutshot. Gutshot might be fine, because it can hit the Soul Wardens. Relic looks useless. Tectonic Edge, probably not amazing. Deprive might be something. Is there anything I don't like? I don't really like Spell Pierce. I don't remember if I like Spell Pierce, though. Mistcaller, also not exciting looking. So bring in some gut shots, maybe even Deprive. I don't know for sure. Oh, no, Mistcaller will be good against that stupid thing. Yeah, it won't come back.
You should put it on a post-it note somewhere, Mistcaller's ability. You
yeah.
forget often.
Well, I just couldn't see how it interacts with my opponent. But okay, so that red creature leaves battlefield, then when the trigger happens to put it back into play, I can sacrifice Mistcaller, and BAM! You ain't coming back, you stupid red creature. What are you? I have some time.
He's got plenty of time.
A lot of you already let me know in the comments section below, but I want to find out now. I should look up legendary red creature exile when cast spell.
Perforus, God of the Forge.
That's not it.
Oh. We'll forget it.
It's got a dinky name, like Norin or something like that.
I'm sure every Noran that subscribed to you just unsubscribed.
Goodbye, Norans. Ugh, Google is not that smart. Red creature. When you cast spell, exile this creature. I could look up Soul Sister lists. Ugh, I can't find it.
35, 34.
Yeah, you keep counting. Okay, I'll stop wasting the viewers' time. I guess we're just gonna go with this.
This is what they're here for.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, learning. Education and fun.
Okay, so I didn't find it, so just put the name of the stupid card in the comments section below. The sand isn't worth throwing away. We're gonna keep it. Honestly, I'm not excited about this sort of hand. I prefer to have something with, like, Master of Waves. It's just that it can get blocked by a lot of stuff. I guess Ether Vial is fine.
You got creatures for days?
I guess Ether Vial is fine. It's okay. Soul Warden.
Right off the bat.
Well, now that I have a threat density of Master of the Pearl Tridents, I'm actually liking this hand a lot more. So taking out the Spell Pierces might have been a mistake. Like, I want to say that these sort of decks play sweepers. Because, like, every deck like this plays some big sweeper. It's annoying.
It's their last resort.
Exactly, it's the last resort move. They have nothing to lose. Norin! Did I say Norin?
Yes, you did.
Oh yeah, I got it. I could feel it in my instinct. Why didn't you show up on Google? Google sucks these days. When a player casts a spell or a creature attacks, exile Norin the Wary, return it to the battlefield under its owner's control at the beginning of the next end step. Don't get around Mistcaller. So this is how they gain a bunch of life. And it's also how they gain... But the good news is, like, Master of Waves...
Pummels him.
And the Lords just make up for whatever was lost. But I can see that they're going to try to lean on Perforos in order to get back into the game. Genesis Chamber. I wonder if they left it in, because Genesis Chamber certainly works for us too. I wonder how important our life total is. Because I could play a Lord of Atlantis, start attacking with it, and then play Silvergill Adept later. It at least gives us the ability to block a Soul Warden. Let's do that. I don't need to play Silvergill Adept immediately. Especially since, you know, because my hand is full of Lords, playing Silvergill Adept is not entirely a priority.
Gain 2 life every time.
We don't desperately need to draw for anything. We have a lot of stuff in our hand to use our mana anyway. Thraben Inspector, that's a neat one. Okay, so that's a card I never saw in this deck before. I can't say I play against this deck very often. I just randomly once in a million years play this thing. I have to get an auto yield for the Soul Warden. But I do remember beating this deck at least once, where they had a million of these Soul Wardens in play. Oh, I need to yield, auto yield. And the hilarious thing was, I play Master Waves for 1,000,000 tokens, and with like 30 seconds left, there was like a billion things on the stack, and they didn't know how to auto stack anything. They could have attacked with this. Maybe they were afraid of me viling in something on one. Look at that engine, people.
As soon as you get Mistcaller.
That engine.
You can put a little sand in that engine.
A little sand.
Actually, no.
Oh, that is great. That's exactly what we want to see.
Salt waters hate. I mean, engines hate salt water.
So here I'll play Silvergill Adept. Show Master the Pearl Trident, and then next turn we will play Spreading Seas, and then start attacking back.
It's gonna hurt.
Oh yeah. Hopefully they don't play Boil. Guess I could have played around Boil. I guess I can freely attack here. I don't think I have anything to lose.
I could play Bolt.
I'll get this thing in play now. Oh shoot, I should have showed Master of the Pearl Trident. They know about Master of the Pearl Trident. Norin the Wary. Very wary. What's going on behind that corner? Alright, is Perforos on the way? Oh, Champion of the Parish.
Ugh.
Okay. Not too particularly concerned about Champion of the Parish right now. So, we know they've got that stupid card. Not Norin. This thing. Okay, so there's like only one unknown card in their hand. That's look at that. Look at the synergy here. Synergy, people. But I think we're way ahead. Because we're just gonna smack them for like 1 billion next turn.
And it'll be unblockable.
And it'll be unblockable. Beautifully, beautifully unblockable. And they will have nothing close to a counterattack. I don't care how big this Champion of the Parish gets. They are like super far behind.
Merfolk is the better jank deck.
So I'll play... I guess we can play Spreading Seas first, see what we draw. Sure, yeah, whatever.
Stupid thing.
You're being annoying!
Ooh.
Well, I don't think that changes much. Okay, so they know about this. We'll play this.
This is gonna hurt.
That's the idea.
What you gonna put the other one in?
I don't want to show them that right now. They might play Path to Exile or Bolt. Actually, they won't. Okay, they don't play Bolt because their opportunity for that is over. I will, after blocks, put it in play. And I certainly hope that they do not have Wrath of God or something. Hope the last card in their hand is not a Wrath of God. I do believe I need to put as much stuff in play because they can just keep gaining life. Or maybe I'm wrong. Maybe they could have just taken one big hit and I could have saved one creature in my hand. If they play Wrath, they'll have like... if they play Wrath of God, they would just have... Well, they would have a few cards in their hand and they would have a Norin the Wary.
He needs to get above 26 or he's dead.
Actually, can Norin the Wary even do anything? What's the point of having a power of 2 on Norin the Wary? Or a creature attack. So even if he attacks, it doesn't matter. If he attacks, he gets exiled. The point of having a 2-power creature doesn't seem relevant.
Well, I hope to see this deck at the GP. Maybe it'll even make the Pro Tour someday.
Okay, so let's see how many Path to Exiles they have. They opted not to attack with anything. We'll peek and get to see if they have some artifact or enchantment removal spell for Spreading Seas. Because that would be unfortunate to get blocked by Champion of the Parish. Actually, at my upkeep, I should have... Well, I guess putting it to 3 is not that big of a deal. But I could have played Peek just to see if I got that and tick it up. Anyway, so we'll Peek first. Yeah, get out of here. Get out of here. You have settled the wreckage. Okay.
But he has mana for it.
They do. Okay, so I have to be careful how much I attack with and with what. And I don't have any particular counterspell for this.
Did you play a land drop for the turn?
I have not. So we'll play Master Waves, but they'll gain just a ton of life. So they have to be careful how much mana they spend. Is there any way I can tap their mana? I don't think so.
I've got no Rajiri.
No Rajiri.
2, 4, 6, 8, 9, 10, 11 tokens. Jeez. Protection from Fred, too.
Again, Peek is paying off. Completely paying off. So what did they show me? Auroch Champion, which can also help them gain life. So this is going to gain them a ton of life. Here comes the triggers, people. Boom! Oh, they also auto completed those triggers. So I will attack with just 2 of these. Hit for 11.
Just 2 creatures, 11 damage.
Yeah.
Merfolk, people.
And if they want to play Settle the Wreckage, well, they still have to deal with all that other stuff next turn. I could attack with all the elementals next turn for lethal. Or attempt to. And then wipe my wipe my library of its last 7 islands from the Settle the Wreckage. Okay, so they're a little less choked on mana now that they can play the Auroch Champion. It's unfortunate that they can... Well, here's an interesting thing. If they play the Auroch Champion, if I draw a Spreading Seas, then I can take them off double white. Gotta be careful. They're in the range of gaining like now 2 life per creature that enters or leaves the battlefield.
Yeah, but you got 20 damage in just tokens there.
At least 20.
See another Master Waves. Come on, let's do it.
Well, that... It's that guy! Okay, so... Do I even want to sacrifice him, though? I mean, I guess so. Get rid of this stupid Norin.
Swing with everything. No, it's got settle the wreckage, right?
Yes, that's not a bad thing, necessarily.
Still, though, you can still just poke him with 2 creatures. I mean, is he really going to wait? You got to put him to a decision like that.
I would really prefer to put him in a situation where they have to use that cellular wreckage. I think that's going to happen here. They can take a bazillion damage here or go close to death. And then after post-combat, I can play the Mistcaller, sacrifice it. Norin doesn't come back. And then they're in a really awkward spot where they have to keep playing this Berserker every turn. And then I definitely get the Cellular Wreckage out of their hand next turn. Master of Waves is not long for this world. It's another problem.
Let's get another one. Attack with 3 creatures this time. See what he does.
I'm just going to attack with all the... I'm going to attack with 10 tokens. I'm not going to attack with all of them, because I want to keep 1 back for the champion of the parish. And they are definitely not going to be blocking with any of these. Oh, look at those triggers. So we'll get that chain out of the way. I can't play Mistcaller pre-combat, because they'll just gain some life for no reason. 2 life, in fact. So they could sacrifice Thraben Inspector and a Champion of the Parish here. I wonder if they're thinking about Phantasmal Image. Because if I have Phantasmal Image, they die. Actually, I'm also curious. When do they have... Exile all attacking creatures target player controls? Like, when do they have an option to back out of this? So they'll go down to 3, I guess? They're going to go to 3. All right. Mistcaller. Just to be clear, this thing casts, right? It doesn't cast. Returns to the battlefield, yeah. Okay. We're not fearful of things like Perfros, because our opponent cannot even afford to...
Now he's mad.
Hopefully. You're staying in exile. Yeah, at the beginning of the next end step. So I'm pretty sure this thing is exiled forever. So it had 1 opportunity to come back, and it's gone now. And now the elementals will be lethal. I keep forgetting to auto-yield this stuff. Like, I don't care if you gain life. I'm not doing anything on the stack. Just wasting energy.
Well, what's it going to be?
Yeah, when are you going to attack with this champion of the parish?
10 out of 10.
Not today.
This thing ain't coming back. It's gone.
It'd be disappointing if they draw a Path to Exile right now. Because then they eat up the master, and then I don't know what to do. Well, they probably would have played it already.
See another Master Waves. That'd be so sweet.
So they can only block 4, so it is... Okay, so they can block 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, we're definitely going to the attack step. That's for sure. So they can block 4. They could bolt 1. So that means I need 1, 2, 3, 4 to get through.
Yeah, settle the record though.
Yeah, I know. And I'm attacking with 8 of them. Or 9? 9, which is...
18.
Oh, I just drew an island. That's annoying.
What's it gonna be, chump?
Well, it's going to be Settle the Wreckage.
Either that was just like, I'm tired of this.
Because I only have 6 islands left in my deck. It was sort of disappointing to draw an island.
Well, he's playing it, which means he still thinks there's hope.
Oh, this is stupid.
Mobo.
Yeah.
Or no Modo.
This is not clear at all. It looks like them all. No more basic lands, thank you. Yeah, that's it. So I love Settle the Wreckage in that way, because now everything I draw off the top of my deck is just gas. Oops, I forgot to play a land. That's okay. I have a million lands in play. So now what are you going to do? Okay, so Settle the Wreckage offline. Ooh, Path to Exile? Ooh, there is a Path to Exile in here. Oh, isn't that clever? Saved your Path to Exile. But shouldn't you just Path to Exile the Master of Waves and then save the Settle Wreckage? See, now, that was a huge misplay by them, because Path to Exile for 1 mana was essentially a Settle the Wreckage for Master of Waves.
He's empty-handed.
Okay, the game's over. Congratulations. So, we can already go to the lesson board. It's early enough. Sorry, sister. Not today. Everyone's after their soul. We got souls here. We have spirits. This means nothing.
You gotta block something, right?
Yeah, I have pro red. Valiant effort. It does not matter. None of this matters. This is all a formality. They know it's over. They knew they didn't even have lethal on the board. They couldn't pump up their creature for anything. And that's it.
He says good game.
Good game. It was certainly entertaining. So, yeah, Mistcaller was an all-star here. Well, I don't know if it's an all-star. It was interactive. You know,
Beautiful.
Mistcaller interacts with the opponent in ways that you don't expect. That's why we're playing with Mistcaller. It has a really high impact against certain archetypes, and it has these niche interactions against even decks like this. I would never think about Mistcaller against this Norin deck. But all of a sudden, oh yeah, Norin is jumping back and forth into play. Not anymore. Mistcaller says, if you're going to leave, you're gone. Say goodbye. But I think the real winner was Peak. Again, Peak showing we just got completely blown out. Like,
Yeah.
I would have just attacked with all the lords for victory, and then we would have lost everything, and we would have 100% lost this match. We would have been on chump block duty against this champion of the parish for forever. We'd have gotten beaten down by like Thraben Inspector and Soul Warden and this Auroch champion. So Peak was really the all-star here. We were able to play around to settle the wreckage. But honestly, yeah, our opponent misplayed. The Path to Exile should have been played on the Master of Waves. It's possible that they were playing around Phantasmal Image. Like, they might have been playing around a card that I don't know about. For example, like even Echoing Truth. And I'm certain that, you know, they've probably seen Echoing Truth from Merfolk against this deck because it can generate 1 billion tokens from the Genesis Chamber. So I'm not sure what they're playing around, because if they Path to Exile Master Waves, we just bounce it back to our hand and replay it, but then they would gain a bunch of life. So from our perspective, I think they should have played Path to Exile in the Master of Waves, made our job a lot harder, like way harder. Although I would also say that they got lucky to draw the Path to Exile, because there aren't a lot of high-impact spells that really mattered there because they were choked on mana. But whatever, we won. So, sorry, sister.
Souls.
Your soul is mine. Your soul is mine.
Mortal Kombat still being one of the better video game to movie adaptations.
Well, if you don't go anywhere past the first one.
Yeah.
I think they made a third one. I know the second one was an abomination, just a huge abomination. Let me know in the comment section below if you remember the Mortal Kombat days. First Mortal Kombat was great. The second Mortal Kombat was garbage. It was so weird. It's like they all of a sudden changed some of the actors, and like as if we weren't going to notice, and everything was like a made-for-TV movie sort of feel.
They should really make GoldenEye for the N64 into a movie.
From movie to game to movie. Yeah. Include Dr. Oak and all sorts of other notable characters that did not exist in the movie at all.
You mean Doak.
Dr. Doak?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Sorry, Professor Oak. So don't forget to be eligible for this Curse Catcher serving a fish. You're going to go check out the description below. And we're going to thank all my patrons supporting me on Patreon. We're also going to thank themanabase.com for being our sponsor. This has been Nikachu with his brother playing Merfolk in Modern.